Hey, artsy friends, welcome to my Shorty Art Journal series. This is where I'm taking a half-size composition notebook and turning it into an art journal. I have a little link down below if you would like to see how I put this notebook together and got it started, and also some links to some playlists of some other composition notebooks that I've done. I've always done the full size, so this is the first one I've done that's a half size. And I pulled out my little quote journal and wrote this quote: once you need less, you'll have more. And then I began filling in the negative space, which is kind of a fun technique. It's very satisfying. So what do you think about my quote? So my other life, other than doing art journaling, I love to help people declutter and simplify their lives when they feel overwhelmed by stuff. And I really found that when you really start to evaluate what brings you happiness, what adds value to your life, and you get rid of the things that really don't add value to your life, you might have less possessions, but you feel more full. Okay, as I'm wrapping up this page, I still have some orange paint left on my palette, so I am going to flip to another page and try to use up some of that paint, and it'll just be kind of a beginning for another page. Okay, so I just want to make sure that my layers are dry. I laid it out to dry overnight, and it actually ended up being like a week. And I came back to it and I said, I don't know what to do with this. Oops, got too much paint there. So I decided to cover it all up. I like the quote, but when I came back to the page, I just had very little inspiration. Yeah, so I just smeared pink all over it, and I'm just going to go in a different direction. I might use that quote again on a different page, but I included it all in here partly because I want you to know that if you're looking for direction or advice or anything, part of it is just doing whatever you really feel like. So I just couldn't even think of what to do next on after my first layer. So I love how pink and orange look together. So I just smeared a bunch of pink paint over the top. Now I'm taking a black Posca marker, and then I'm going to do some doodling. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of making shapes and plants and blobs and lines, and it's going to kind of inform the rest of the process. If you struggle with this phase of just make doodles, just make lines, and you're like, I just don't know what to do, you can always slow down, pause this video, and replicate what I'm doing, or with any videos. Imitation is how we learn, and sometimes just kind of pausing it and make some little arches right there. Okay, make a circle there, maybe a line there. Obviously, you don't have to do it exactly, but sometimes kind of following or imitating somebody else helps just build the confidence so that you feel confident starting to kind of go off on your own. And it's like training wheels. They just fly off, and before you know it, you're not following somebody else's pattern. You're creating your own because you just feel a little bit more confident. So, and I love this turquoise with the pink and the orange. I love how it's just the contrast that's just popping off the page. So I'm going to use this a lot on this page. So sometimes I intentionally kind of color like a kid. And I think that's like the nonconformist in me where I kind of bulk at perfectionism. And because if I try too hard to color in the lines and make it all look perfect, then I'll just get frustrated because I'll keep going out of the line. So sometimes I just try to like let the inner I don't care come out. Which it's been kind of fun. I've been substitute teaching, so I've been working in the classroom with a lot of elementary kids, and it's just really interesting to see how some of them are just very carefree and, they'll just scribble whatever across the page, no big deal. Or even if it's not drawing or something, there's a writing assignment, and they just had to have 3 sentences. And this poor little girl, like, just wanted to get it right and perfect so bad that she was overthinking it. She just needed to just relax and find her voice and not overcomplicate things. So I like to take that approach to art journaling because it is all about having fun and just letting your inner child play. Okay, as I'm finishing up, I'm just adding a little bit of like metallic detail, and I've combined a lot of like turquoise and greens and yeah. So if you like watching my process, please make sure that you subscribe and like and do all those things and come back and hang out with me again. If you'd like, there's a free download below for a recipe card. So I'm kind of doing an experiment, although I have no idea how many people are actually downloading them. So there's a link below, like right there, or you can take a screenshot of this right here. And that's just for those of you who are like, I'm brand new and I need some help, like telling me, guiding me step by step. So that's my abstract page. What do you think? Do you like it? Let me know. I'll talk to you later. Have a blessed day.